when I tell you that theater is all about teamwork, you're gonna be like, obviously. And you're right, but I think there's more to it than you know. Unless you're involved in theater too, then you do know. And actually, now that I think about it, most people who watch my vlog are involved in theater. Why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about any of this? Carrying on. Basically, there's just as much cooperation off stage as on. Often this starts before the show with warm-ups or costumes or hair or something. But nobody in this show's in a corset, and I think everyone's doing their own hair. This is the first time since Jake and the Kid that I've been capable of doing my own hair. Well, it's the first time since Jake and the Kid that I've been capable of recreating the designer-approved hairstyle without help. I did my own hair in our town, and the designer wanted my hair curled for the beginning of the show. To be clear, I started the show as an audience plant. After about 20 minutes, I stood up in dim house lighting, asked one question, and then left. Put my hair in a bun and joined everybody else on stage. My hair doesn't curl easily, and I'm terrible at it. But it's what the designer wanted, so I tried for dress rehearsal and I basically had a meltdown. It took the help of 3 other women to get me ready for the run on time. I never attempted the hairstyle again, and nobody said anything. Though whether that's because they genuinely didn't notice or were afraid of inducing another crying rage fest, I don't know. Anyway, alls might require less getting ready help, but otherwise I think it's pretty typical. I mean, I don't even know if I'll have time to talk about everyone who helps me backstage. Let's see, shall we? First we get, I think, the only time I'm useful to someone else backstage. I move my bike forward by about a foot, so the guys with the cart have room to move it through the wings and lean it against the wall. Most of the things I'm gonna talk about are gonna seem just that ridiculous. But when things need to happen quickly and quietly, and the wings are small and crowded, things get complicated, and precision is key. For me, at least. After my first scene, I ride off, hand Toto to Megan, who places him where Dorothy can find him, and Mike shifts the curtain a little so that I have room to turn the bike around. After my second scene, I leave the bike as is, run off to change, and Jenny turns the bike around for me. Meanwhile, Jillian is waiting in the dressing room to help me change into my witch dress. After I've changed my dress, hair, and makeup, I head back for the cyclone. I make 2 laps around Dorothy during this scene, one while walking my bike. No amount of help from anyone was able to make it safe for me to ride a bike in a full-length dress, down and up a rake, and through a spinning oval. The second lap is with my broom and hat. So as I march my bike up through the oval, Jillian is waiting upstage right with my broom in one hand and my hat in the other. Empty head side towards me, top side to her pointing up. Leaving one hand on my bike, I grab the hat and put it on my head. With her now free hand, she grabs the bike so I can let go and grab the broom. As she moves the bike forward, I lift the broom up and over, flip it around, and then run off for lap 2. Considering the darkness and my gloves, it's smooth pretty consistently. A little later, in order to make my Munchkinland witch entrance, our assistant stage manager Maggie attaches a rope to the trapdoor and opens it for me. The rope broke once and I had to get myself out of the hole? Not good. And then at the end of the Tin Man song, Bryn has to take over the cowbell for me because I have to go and be a witch. I think that's it for me. For the first act anyway. But there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on between other people that I'll probably never know about. And I sort of love it. I love all the tiny crucial moments that no one will ever see. It's like a physical representation of an actor's job. All the work I put in, everything going on inside my head, if I'm doing my job well, no one will see it or even think to care. It'll just happen. Which I think is the same with most jobs, but it's still pretty cool. Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if I made you laugh, and subscribe if you want to see new videos every Tuesday and Friday. I'm gonna keep making these videos after I finish the run of Wizard of Oz, so if you've been enjoying them but have been finding my videos through the Rosebud Facebook page, you should subscribe or else you won't be able to find my videos once the show's done. Click it. Click the subscribe thing. Bye. Do you know how hard it is to do anything productive? When Lady decides that she's having a cuddly day and she just climbs up on your lap no matter where you are or what you're doing and just wants to sleep.